Hi and welcome back to Anyone Can Code. Last time we talked about lists, tuples, and strings. Today we'll be tackling the conditional programming in Python. And as usual, we'll be starting by giving the solution to last time's exercises. Last time's exercise was about creating a Python program that asks the user to input a sentence that contains numbers separated by spaces. In this example, 2, 6, and 3. I then asked you to convert the sentence into a list where each element is a number. In the end, I asked you to do the sum between the first element and the last element while taking into account the fact that we need to convert these elements from strings to integers. Let's go. We'll start by creating a variable called sentence that is equal to input please enter a sentence. We'll then create the list that is equal to sentence.split. The split function will select every word of the sentence and put it as one element of the list, LST. We're going to create a variable called first that is equal to list element of index 0. In this example, it's 2. And we're going to create the last element, which is LST of length of LST minus 1. And here we're going to create a variable called sum that is equal to first plus last. And we're going to print the variable sum. We can hit run, enter 2, 6, 3. And we notice that the code will output 23 instead of 5. Why is it doing this? Because first and last are considered as string variables and not integer variables. So Python is summing the string 2 and putting it near to the string 3, which is giving us the string 23 and not the number, the integer 5. To resolve this, we can do a type conversion and transform first and last into integers before doing the sum. We can hit run, put 2, 6, and 3, hit enter, and it will give us 5. Let's start by talking about the conditional programming in Python. What is it? Conditional programming in Python is all about adding a condition, and in case the condition is fulfilled, the program will execute what's inside the condition, and if not, it will go to the next statement. Conditions in Python are expressed using the if statement. You can, for example, create a variable called age that is equal to 10 and create the following condition stating if age is less than 18. So here is my condition. And then you add an indentation, so you go back to the line and you add what needs to be done if the condition is fulfilled. In this case, age is less than 10, so the condition is fulfilled. And then we can say print under age. So basically, a condition in Python is a statement that is a Boolean. So its value is either true or false. When you check a condition, it's either true, so it's either the case where age is less than 18 in this case, or it's false. There is no third possibility for it. The age is either less than 18 or not. And what if we want to print something else, or not necessarily print, but do another operation in case the age is 18 or more? We can use the else statement that is saying that if the condition circled in green is not fulfilled, we go back to the else statement and then we can do another operation. So very important thing here, don't forget the semicolon for the if and for the else, and don't forget the indentation, which is a tabulation in Python that lets you write a statement inside your condition. So let's say in case the age is not under 18, we can print adult. In other terms, the conditional programming in Python is all about drawing a decision tree in your mind. If we consider the variable age that is equal to 10, creating a if and else condition is all about creating two possibilities, so two branches of the decision tree. We're either in the case where if age is less than 18, or in the case where it's not, what we call else in Python. And here you can add your operation if the condition is fulfilled, and here you can write another operation if the condition is not fulfilled. Notice that you don't have to always put an else with every if you create. Sometimes you don't need to do an operation in case the condition is not fulfilled. Let's say now you want to add more than two possibilities. Let's say you want to add the possibility where the person is underage, the possibility where the person is an adult, and the possibility where the person is senior, so over 65. In this case, Python offers you the possibility of adding many conditions for the same problem. Let's take back our age and now say it's equal to 20. And we're going to say if age is less than 18, comma, semicolon, print under age. We can add another condition, not necessarily else, that takes all the other possibilities. We're going to add a new condition using the elif statement. Elif age is greater than 18, and we'll talk about this and later. Age is less than 65. We add an indentation, so tabulation symbol, and we can print adult. And to finish, we can say else. So all the other possibilities, if it's not under 18, if it's not between 18 and 65, it's definitely greater than 65. So we're gonna print senior. So this problem was all about adding a new condition for age, which is under 18, greater than 18, and less than 65. And the third is else, which corresponds to everything else, in this case, greater than 65. As we just said, the conditional programming in Python uses Boolean conditions. So the value of this condition or the type of this condition will either be true if the condition is fulfilled or false if it's not. And while doing this, we need to introduce 3 operators. It's going to be crucial in conditional programming. First, we can talk about the comparison operators. So when you want to compare a variable to a value, in the case of our example, when we would compare the age to a certain value, 18 or 65. The comparison operators are the symbol less than, that remains the same in Python. So when you want to say age, for example, is less than 18, the operator less than or equal to, which becomes less than and the equal symbol in Python, in the case you want to say age is less than or equal to 18. So we take the case where age is equal to 18 in our condition. We don't exclude this case. In parallel, we have the comparison operator greater than, that remains the same in Python when you want to say age is greater than 65 and greater or equal to, which becomes greater and the symbol equals to, for example, 65. 2 other very important comparison operators are the operator equals, that becomes 2 equal symbols in Python. So when you want to verify if a variable is exactly equal to a certain value, in Python you need to put 2 equal symbols. Be careful, this double equal symbol is only valid in Boolean conditions and never when you want to create a variable and give it a certain value. You can say age is equal to 10 and you have the operator different than, that became exclamation mark equal symbol in Python. For example, when you want to verify that the age is different than 0. So these are the 6 main comparison operators when you want to compare a certain variable to a certain value inside a condition in Python. Next are the logical operators when you want to add many subconditions inside the same conditional statement. For example, when you want to verify that a person is an adult but not a senior, you want to verify that the age is more than 18 and also less than 65. So when you want to add another subcondition inside the condition to form a more complete global condition, you can use the logical operators. We only have 3 logical operators, which are the and, the or, and the not. As an example, we can say that if age is greater or equal to 18 and the same age is less than 65, we put the semicolon, go back to the line, add an indentation, so a tabulation symbol, an extra space. We can say that this person is an adult. An example for the or operator is saying if the age is negative or the age is greater than 150, then we can print error because it's most probably a wrong age. So in this case, if at least one of these 2 conditions is fulfilled, we can directly print error. On the left, we have to verify both conditions, age greater or equal to 18 and less than 65, to print adult. And to finish, the not operator, we can say if not age equal to 18, we can print something saying that you didn't turn into an adult this year. This is also equivalent of saying if age is different from 18, and then we can print you didn't just turn into an adult this year. And finally, we have the membership operators. A membership operator is used to verify if a variable is inside a storing structure. For example, if we have a list that contains 1, 2, and 3. We can say if for in L, we can print for is in L. Else, for example, we can add for to L using the append method of the list. As you see, you don't have to always put a print statement inside an if condition. You can also add many operations inside a condition. Like here you can say print 4 is an L, and you can also say L dot remove the number 4. So as long as you preserve this indentation, you can put as many operations as you want inside the if statement or even inside the else statement. We just saw the in membership operator. The opposite of in is using not in. Let's say we want to add the condition if 1 not in L, then we can print we need to add 1 and eventually add 1 to the list L. We talked about the conditional programming in Python and how to use these 3 types of operators to have a better structure. You should always remember to put a semicolon to go back to the line and add an indentation if you want to stay inside the if statement or the else statement or even the elif statement. You can put as many elif statements as you want between an if and an else statement, and you can put many operations inside each and every conditional statement. You can even put conditions nested inside other conditions. For example, you can say if age is greater than 18, and inside the if statement add another if statement saying that if age is less than 65, and at this point you can say when these 2 conditions are verified, you can print that this person is an adult. My advice for you is to always keep in mind the decision tree structure that will help you organize your if and else statements to have a better conditional structure. For example, if you take a fruit, you can say that if the fruit is a sphere, you can then ask yourself what is the color of the fruit. So if it's red, you can say it's an apple. If it's orange, you can say it's most probably an orange. Else, you can say that you don't know what it is. Enough with the theory, let's go to practice. For next time, I want you to do the following exercise. I want you to create a Python program where you start by creating a list containing initial variables of your choice, integers, and then ask the user to input a certain number that is also an integer. If the number is already in the list, I want your code to output sorry, but the number is already in the list, and if not, so else, then you should add the number to the list and then output a message saying the number was successfully added. For example, if your list is equal to brackets 1 to 3 and then the user inputs a number that is equal to 3, then a message saying sorry, but the number is already in the list should appear. Congrats on making it this far in the video. Today we talked about the value of the conditional programming. Try to do the homework for next time and stay tuned for the next video where we'll be talking about iterations and loops in Python. Never forget, you have nothing to lose and a lot to learn. Stay tuned.